Hello dear viewers, welcome back again to my YouTube literary channel, Literary Miscellanea. I am Dr. Masoom Islam. It starts with a new grammar topic from the lecture series of TET primary special lectures on English grammar. Of course, advanced level, because the basic level English grammar you have already learned from various sources, from offline or from online, but the advanced level grammars, that the grammars that are required to learn for the competitive exam, these grammars are very important in respect to competition level exams. All right, so without wasting any time, let's start. In the early lecture, we had learned about the basic information of sentence only, and there were also hidden some advanced information or some advanced learning, the understood subject, the simple single subject, the compound subject, the simple predicate and the compound predicate. I am quite sure that you have not heard this type of terms in your in your offline or online sources where you used to learn the grammar. But here I ransacking the grammar section, the grammarians recent applications or recent invention. I, Dr. Masoom Islam, will try my level best to give you the correct and relevant information of your TET oriented exams, and in broad sense for all your competitive exams. Okay, so sentence, where we ended in our last video, will be begin from that ending. The sentence, we had completed the sentence according to the meaning. Now we will be discussing about the sentence according to structure, but these are the sentence that are classified according to the structure: simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. বাংলা থেকে যদি বলি সরল বাক্য, জটিল বাক্য, যৌগিক বাক্য, ঠিক? কিন্তু আমরা এটা শিখব না, কেননা তোমরা বেসিক লেভেলের গ্রামারে এটা শিখে গেছো, তোমরা জানো বা তোমরা ভেরিয়াস সোর্সে পেয়ে যাবে। We will learn today the hidden part of these classifications, hidden questions that may come to your exams, in your exam question papers, behind the scene, behind the screen, or you can say that apparent meaning of this classification. So simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, these all sentence depends upon clause. All right, and so we need to learn first the clause. You have already learned in your basic level grammar about clause and its classification. All right, today I will discuss about the various conditions and rules regarding these sentences and the clauses, from where they are formed and how they are formed, in what method, the component parts of a structural sentence. Component parts of a structural sentence are two in category. What? In broad sense. All right, in broad sense. What are these two? One clause and the other is phrase. খণ্ড বাক্য and phrase, বাক্যে group of words, বাক্যাংশ, group of words. So these are the main components of a sentence. From these components, these things generally do come. All right, so we first need to discuss about these two terms, clause and phrases. We all know that phrase are a group of words that have a meaning but not a complete meaning. যেটার মানে আছে কিন্তু সম্পূর্ণ মানে বহন করতে পারে না, সেটাই phrase. It is also a group of words. Like clause is a group of words. Not complete sense. Clause, a group of words but that have group of words that has what? That has finite verb or non-finite verb, and that has completeness in its sense. All right, now the main important part is subordinate clause, from where these three terms are come by, or these three terms, or we can say in other words that these three terms or these three classification are totally dependent on subordinate clauses. Without subordinate clause, they are existless, barring simple sentence, because simple sentence itself is a clause. In narrow sense. Because if it stands alone, it is sentence. If it stands with a part of a big sentence, it is a clause. Clear? Subordinate clause are used in a sentence as per the exercise or usage of it on the basis of its classification. So subordinate clauses classifications are what? A, noun clause. B, adjective clause. C, adverb clause. Why it is called noun, adjective or adverb? Why it is called following the names of the parts of speech? Because these clauses are used or are placed in that portion and in that part of a sentence where a noun should be placed, where an adjective should be placed, where an adverb should be placed. So as per their placement in a sentence, in a clause, if we can say in a specific way, then these clauses are named as per their usage in the specific part of a clause. So if noun clause, a part or the clause is meant to be a noun, then it is noun clause. Adjective clause If a part or clause is meant to be an adjective, then it is adjective clause. An adverb clause, if a noun or part is meant to be an adverb, then it is adverb clause. So how can we classify that what is the noun clause, what is the adjective clause, or what is the adverb clause? So now comes on the earlier learning, subject and predicate. You learned it. So subject and predicate both are the noun part. Subject used to be the noun part, predicate used to be the noun part. But in subjects there may be compound subjects, in predicate there may be compound predicate. So the compound subjects are those subjects that are formed with with a group of words, with a group of various words, and compound predicate is also with the adverbial words, with the other subjunctive words. So these adverbial words and the group of words or the subjunctive words are in a very specific way. We can categorize them as noun clause, adjective clause, relative clause, or adverb clause. So if a clause used to be placed in the place of noun, where noun should be placed, then it is called noun clause. If the particular clause used to be placed in the adjectival part of a sentence, then it is called adjective clause. If that same clause used to be placed in the adverbial part of a sentence, then it is called adverb clause. So noun clause is used as a subject, object, verb complement, apposition. These are the things. When the noun clause, the whole clause is the whole part of the clause is used to be placed in the place of subject of a whole sentence, in the place of object of the whole sentence, in the place of as a prepositional complement in the whole sentence, in the place of apposition, adjective clause. What is adjective clause? So a part of a sentence which is meant to be an adjective, what an actual adjectival word used to be mean the same. So in place of an actual adjectival word, the whole clause is give the meaning of the same. This is why this is called adjective clause. And in adjective clause also called as a relative clause, because the relative pronouns what are relative pronouns? WH words. If the WH words are meant opposite of its actual meaning, কখন, যখন, কোথায়, যেখানে. So if the WH words are totally opposite of its actual meaning in the usage in a sentence, then it is called relative pronouns. And relative pronouns are only used in relative clause, and it used to be an antecedent. What is antecedent? The preceding noun of the relative pronouns, the preceding noun or noun qualifier. If the noun and noun qualifiers are followed by the relative pronouns, then a connection, a relation is made between these two. This is why it is called relative clause, and this is why the relation of these two is called antecedent. All right, so that all the WH words which are opposite in its sense, it is called denoted pronouns. And out of 9 or 10 WH words, there are 4 WH words. The 4 WH words: why, where, when, how. These 4 WH words, out of these 9 WH words, these 4 WH words, when used, barring the antecedents, exercise or the antecedents applications, if they are used in a sentence by dint of the sentence manner, the sentence mode, the sentence reason, condition, and etc., you can find it out in the grammar book, then the sentence is called as adverb clause, or the clause is called as adverb clause. Right? You got it? So if we summarize the whole classes, we can say that sentence of its structural meaning, there are of course 3 kinds, but these 3 kinds are totally dependent on phrases and clauses. You got it now? So this is what all about today's class and today's main components part of a sentence in broad sense, phrase and clauses, and then comes from the phrase and clauses the 3 sentence, and then these sentences comes from the usage of the clauses: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. So if you like this lecture, please subscribe my channel and keep supporting me. I am Dr. Masoom signing off here. Thank you.